Happy Saturday, guys. It is definitely not the morning. It's actually almost 2:30 in the afternoon. I've decided that since yesterday was also rest day, today's gonna be rest day. I haven't picked up the camera at all until now, and it's been nice. I slept in this morning, had a better night's sleep. Still kind of woke up earlier and really couldn't get back to bed, but I did sleep in a little bit earlier, and then I just had my coffee and my breakfast on the couch with my book for quite some time. Then having issues uploading my video to YouTube, surprise. And now I decided to get a head start on my soup because it actually doesn't take, it's a fairly easy soup to make. The only downside is that you have to peel the butternut squash before you cook it. Normally I'll roast a butternut squash and then take the skin off. It's so much easier, but I need to learn to stop playing around with recipes before I've ever actually made them. I have a nasty tendency to look at a recipe and go, wow, that's really good. I bet it would be even better if I did this, and then I would do that instead, and then it wouldn't turn out. So I needed to learn to go with the recipe first, and then I can adapt later on. So peeling an uncooked butternut squash is one of my least favorite activities. It takes forever for me to do, but the only ingredients I've had to chop and peel at all have been this humongous thing of butternut squash. This is about 2 medium butternut squash and a gigantic thing of white onion. It was supposed to be just 1 medium onion, but since I'm making 2 servings, they gave me like one the size of my hand, which was perfect. And then pretty much all I'm doing is heating up some butter in the stock pot. And it's gonna be pretty quick. I just have to put those 2 ingredients in there with some vegetable stock. And then I'm sticking it in a blender with some whole milk for just until it blends up. And that's pretty much it. Again, it's another one from the Complete Italian Vegetarian Cookbook, which I'm sure you're sick of me hearing, talking about. But I have a lot from this cookbook that I've decided to batch cook. And just because everything is so easy, few ingredients for the most part, and it's pretty easy to make. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm doing this afternoon, and I'm just kind of puttering around, doing some laundry, things like that. Nothing that's really exerting any energy, and I don't plan on doing anything to exert any energy today again. And then tomorrow out with mom all day, and then Monday I am just getting back into that routine. I'm just taking a couple days off to really rest and allow myself to have that time. And on Monday, I'm gonna be right back at it and doing the best I can. So anyway, I'm gonna show you the end result when I'm done, and I'll talk to you guys later. My final batch of soup is done. I am starting to get sick of talking about soup. But we are done, and look at this. I mean, it's hard to tell because there's a strong light on it. But this stuff, and it looks a heck of a lot less yellow in person. One day I will learn how to actually flip a camera around without putting my hand in front of it. It is really good. I just brought some down to Alan to have for a very late lunch, as it's almost 4 o'clock, and he has to go to work for 6, so he's leaving in about an hour. So I had a little bit when I gave it to him. Oh my gosh, it's so good and so easy. Again, I can't give you the recipe because it is from a book, but I mean, really, it's just, I mean, sauteing some onions and butternut squash, adding some soup stock for a little bit, letting it simmer for like 20 minutes, and then pureeing it with a bit of whole milk. Voila, that's pretty much it. And it does say to season with a couple of sage leaves and some Parmesan, but obviously I'm not doing that right now. And actually I'll show you how I'm doing it to make sure that I know what to do when I pull it out of the freezer, just to remind me. I just have these, and it just, I put the date that I made it on in the corner, what it is, and then how to serve it, if I want to serve it the way that the, whoop, see, I can't do it. If I want to serve it the way the cookbook says. So I mean, I actually bought sage leaves because I didn't read the instructions all the way through, and I didn't realize that the sage was a garnish on top. I don't know if you can freeze sage. I freeze my bay leaves. Can you freeze sage? Might be worth trying. But yeah, anyway, it's a garnish. So I'm going to let these cool down, and once they're cool, I'm gonna pop the tops on and put them down in the freezer. And I'm very happy to see that my freezer is a quarter of the way full already. It makes me very happy. It was so sad when it was empty. It just smelled like vinegar because I did a quick wash of vinegar with it just to get any of the liquid ice, because some of the ice had melted and it kind of stunk a bit, so I put a little bit of vinegar and now it just smells like vinegar. But at least I know it's clean, and so I'm gonna do that. And pretty much that's gonna be, it's already 4 o'clock. The sun is setting within the hour. It's just still not, it's only been a week, so I'm still not quite used to the time change yet, just things getting dark so early. I feel like I just woke up. I mean, it's not like it's the end of the day or anything, but yeah, as much as it sucks that I had to cancel my plans for tonight, I'm really glad I did, because I really need another night of just chillaxing. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call it a day today, because I am combining Saturday and Sunday now for my vlogs, because most of you don't watch vlogs on Sundays anyway. So I'm gonna combine those two. And tomorrow is a much busier day. Mom's coming up around 10 o'clock, and I'm really happy she's bringing up my cloth diapers. So I had a talk with her last week when I was feeling really overwhelmed, and she understood that, you know, logically I know what's going on, but just sitting on it and not being able to do anything about it is really frustrating. So since she was taking care of my cloth diapers, she said she'd bring everything up tomorrow, because I have to wash them about 3 times or so before I can use them. So that kind of gives me something to do. And we've cleaned out the bottom of our dresser in the bedroom that I'm going to be storing all the diapers and the diaper supplies in. So I'll actually be able to do a little bit of that this week and feel a little bit more prepped. And more at ease, other than just becoming obsessed with batch cooking at this point. Plus tomorrow because we're going to the baby show, we're getting tons of samples. I mean, I already forgot, I'm gonna get a whole bag of samples. My mom's gonna get a whole bag of samples. So I'm gonna have a lot to kind of put away and kind of nest that way. So I'm excited on that part to see what we've got. But she's gonna come up around 10 a.m. tomorrow. We're gonna spend the whole day together, and I'll bring you guys along with me. So you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. It's almost 10 o'clock. I think it's about 9:30. My mom should be showing up within the hour for us to head out. And I am just about ready to go. I am, like I mentioned, I'm going to the baby show. It's baby time. The baby show. Some sort of baby convention center expo thing with my mom today. I'm a little nervous to go, I'll be quite honest. These big convention center expos, I like going to, but I suck with crowds. I get really claustrophobic in crowds, and knowing that I'm gonna be there with a bunch of moms and kids running around. It has nothing to do with moms and kids, obviously. I'm going to have a child. But you know what it's like. It's like going to a big giant birthday party with kids, and it can be trying, am I right? So I'm a little nervous just to see how busy it's gonna be. One of the reasons I told Mom I'd like to go on Sundays, because usually Sundays at expos are a little bit slower, but you never know. You absolutely never know. So I'm trying to look on the bright side of it. Hopefully we'll get a ton of fun samples, and I'm making it a goal to enter every single contest I can, because you just never know. You never know, and it could be helpful for us. And again, Mom's bringing up some baby stuff today, so that at least when I come back, Alan has to work this afternoon late into the evening, so at least it gives me something fun to do, looking at little diapers this afternoon, cloth diapers, and I'll show you guys what I get. And at this point, all I need to do is pack some snacks and fill up my water bottle and make a shake, because we're going to be gone all day long over lunch, and all I know in that convention center specifically because I've been there a lot of times. It's only Pizza Pizza that's there, really. So I don't want to have Pizza Pizza. I hate Pizza Pizza. I really do. It actually makes me sick, literally. So I'm gonna pack a couple of Quest bars and bring my shake with me and things like that. So yeah, so that's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna finish my coffee, have some water, and wait for Mom to come. If I can, I'll take a few clips in the baby show, just so you guys, if you guys never been to one. I'm sure this is the last time I will ever go to one, unless I'm being dragged there by a friend. I'll give you guys a glimpse of what it's like at a baby expo. All right, cheers. Hey guys. So I did take you along to the baby show today, but I actually did not bring the camera out of my bag the entire time I was there. So I got nothing to show for it, which is fine because it's not like you're here because you think this is a baby channel or a baby vlog or anything, but it was a good afternoon. It wasn't as crowded as I had expected it to be, although it was kind of crowded. It wasn't as big as I had expected it to be. And that was nice. That being said, there were a lot of strollers and only one woman who kind of accidentally rammed into me with one, said, you know, excuse me, in a polite manner. Everybody else was just like barreling into me, and it was hard because, I mean, take a look at this bag. We all had these ginormous bags. You can't really get an idea out of it, but these things are huge, absolutely huge. So everyone had one of those, and then there were strollers everywhere, and people were buying stuff all over the place, and it was impossible not to bang into people. So that was a little frustrating. That's like personal space to me. I don't like it when people bang into me for things. But we did get a few items. I'm not going to show you everything because, again, this is not a baby blog. But I'll show you a few notables. Mom did take some home. We got some crib sheets. She and my dad are making us a bedside sleeper. They're the little sleeping units that kind of get attached to the side of your bed, because we won't have room for a nursery until the second floor is built, which won't be until about this time next year. We all have to stay in this room. This is my bedroom. So we thought it would be better to have a little bedside sleeper right beside where I'm sleeping, so that in the middle of the night I just kind of take them and I can feed them that way. It's hard to explain what a bedside sleeper is. You can Google it. But they're going to actually make me one. These things run like hundreds of dollars. So I was looking at it. I'm like, it doesn't look like it's that difficult to actually physically make. My dad's handy with wood. My mom's handy with fabric. I showed it to them. They're like, yeah, we can totally make this. So she found some crib sheets that she's going to use to make into the crib sheets for the bedside sleeper, which is cool. But I did want to show you what I got here. First, look at these! Are they not the cutest? Little monkey bums. Monkey bums. And then there's this little onesie with the little monkey. Look at him, isn't he cute? Oh my god, I love it. And then on the back, it's got Daddy's little guy on it. I thought this was absolutely adorable. This is actually the only piece of clothing that we bought, because it's hard to buy right now because we don't know how big he's gonna be. So this is for 3 months. They had newborns, but we really don't know how big he's gonna be. So it's hard to get clothes right now, right? And then we actually got these baby cubes. We actually got a pack of 2. It was 2 for $10, and they're simply just for putting baby puree into, and they have little containers, and you can freeze them. They have a little shelf to them and everything like that. So we thought that was really cool, because I do want to make my own purees and stuff like that. It's just cheaper. And on top of that, my mom bought us that, and then she also bought us this book. It's Sprout Right, Nutrition from Tummy to Toddler, and it's just talking about how to transition kids into eating healthy food and breastfeeding advice, and there's also a lot of recipes. Mom apparently is still looking for a book on recipes and stuff because she knows that I want to make my own food. But these have a lot of recipes in from when you first introduce them to food until they're a bit more seasoned. So, but the very beginning is all about the vitamins, and then what to look for and when to start transitioning them into food, and things you want to take into consideration, things like that. So I think this is going to be a really cool book to have. And then we can use it for future kids at any time, right? So that's pretty cool. And another thing, Mom's kind of spoiled us. We were looking for this because he's going to be born in the middle of, or the middle of winter. We thought that we needed to get something that was going to, he needed something for his stroller. And so this is like so soft. I want to sleep in this. And it's like a little sleeping bag for the winter time, and it's good for up to 21 pounds, so from 0 to 12 months. So it's awesome. And it was like normal, it was half off. It was normally $30 and it was normally $60 down to 30. So although we don't have a stroller yet, we have something to put him in to keep him warm. So I was thinking about this a couple weeks ago, and I think it was a good idea, and you can also use it in the car seat and everything. So thought that was pretty cool. And then I just got a whole ton of samples. And what I got the most samples of is what I'm actually using already. It's the Palmer's cocoa butter formula. I actually have a pump bottle of this. I got all of this stuff for free, but then Palmer's was there. So I bought the tummy butter, and they gave me a free bottle of the oil. Now, it's marketed for stretch marks, for getting rid of stretch marks. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I think that's a crock of BS, even though there's gonna be so many women out there who said, no, it got rid of my stretch marks, it got rid of my stretch marks. From what I understand, stretch marks are hereditary. If your parents have stretch marks, you're gonna get stretch marks, and they're probably not gonna go away. They might lessen. Some may actually go away that come with your pregnancy and then they go away. But I'll be honest, I've had stretch marks I've had since I was in 8th grade because I've always been a big girl. They ain't going away just because I put on some moisturizer. I hate to tell you this. I keep telling people all I can pray for is that if I do get extra stretch marks with this pregnancy, that they just use my existing stretch marks. So I actually don't use this stuff because I think it's gonna get rid of my stretch marks. I use it because it smells amazing, and it really works. It moisturizes without feeling greasy. It smells awesome. And it's actually cheap. And even though I got this fairly cheap, it was only $5, it's even cheap when you buy it in the store. So I got all of these samples and this, which I'm actually just gonna keep these for the diaper bag. All the samples for the diaper bag. I don't know, diaper wipes I got. It's just some baby shampoos and stuff like that. I entered a bunch of contests, so cross your fingers for me that maybe I won at least one of those contests. And then my mom, because she owns her own business, she owns her own cloth diaper business. If you are in the Northumberland, Ontario area and you would like to consider getting a cloth diaper service, just Google Daisy Fresh Diaper Service Northumberland, and that is my mother's service. She brought over, because I knew I wouldn't have to worry about my diapers, and obviously I was going to go with cloth diapers. She came over today to supply me with all the diapers I was going to need. I just need to actually wash them now. And she got me a couple of covers to go with them just for the time being. She said she has more on the way in. So this is going to help me nest a bit more because I have to wash them a good 3 times, she said. And then I have to fold them and put them away. So trust me, when I had that overwhelm a few weeks ago because I felt like I couldn't do anything, I can do stuff now. So that's been my day. It was really nice to spend the day with my mom. And it was really windy out too. When we came back, we almost got blown away, but it was really, really nice to get out there and spend time with my mom and looking around and stuff. And I thought I would be really overwhelmed, but it wasn't too bad. I'm never a big fan of people stopping me and trying to like get me to go into their booths. I'm very much a person when I shop, leave me alone, and if I have questions, I'll ask you. But it wasn't too bad. And I only spent 10 bucks. Mom was the one who was much more generous. I just bought those baby cubes. But yeah, feeling really good right now. I've got stuff to keep me occupied, and then we've had a bit of Thai food for dinner and treating myself to some fudge. They were smart. They had a fudge seller there. I'm like, you guys are smart. You got a bunch of pregnant women around here and you're selling fudge. Kudos. So we got some fudge. I did bring some home for Alan, and because he's not feeling well right now. Fudge is not going to help, but you know, mentally that helps. So anyway, I'm going to call it a vlog. And so that was my weekend. Lots of baby stuff happening right now. I have just entered my 3rd trimester, so lots of baby stuff coming up too. But I think I'm going to spend the rest of the evening kind of putting this stuff away, getting some more nesting in, and relaxing, catching up on the vlogs that I've missed over the last 2 days. And probably calling it to bed early again tonight, just because I really want to get back on the horse this week. I want to get in all of my workouts. I'm going to be eating really good. I decided over the last couple of days not to even worry about food, just eat whatever I felt like eating when I felt like eating. So I've got that out of my system. Tomorrow, back on track. Gonna be eating awesome. I'm gonna get my workout in, and I'm just gonna do my best as far as my energy levels go. I'm still getting fairly tired around 4 or 5 o'clock, but I'm just gonna play it by ear and just do the best I can, and that starts tomorrow. So you guys have a fabulous rest of your evening, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.